Welcome back to the Get Busy podcast. That's your boy B. Jones.
That's your boy Izzy.
We in this thing, man. How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. Just came back off another soccer practice for JoJo.
Mm-hmm.
I got him the warm gear, the tights.
Oh yeah. The official joints, compression kind of.
Compression joints.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I bought like 2 pairs, right? And so of course the first day he wears it to school. I'm like, what are you doing, man? Like, so he had that under another pair of pants, and then he just wore the black shirt, like the compression shirt.
Oh yeah.
Because it's not super tight on him.
Right.
It's a little bit big. And he just like rocked the all black like that. I'm like, I bought it for soccer. He was like, but it's so comfortable. I'm like, all right, man, do your thing. So he rocked that. And then when soccer practice came tonight, he was running regular shorts and t-shirt. I'm like, it's gonna be a little bit cool out, man. Don't you wear your? He's like, I don't even want to. Like, why not? Like, I don't know. It's gonna be kind of cold. Just go put it on. He's like, all right. So he put it on.
Mm-hmm.
But man, so I was so frustrated, bro. Like, so when I coached basketball, like the type of coach I was, like, I was a little bit like hard nosed.
Yeah.
Old school, but like not. I mean, they were younger kids I was coaching, so I wasn't hard nosed, but I wasn't soft on them either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so like my kid, his coach is a little bit soft on the kids. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. Everybody has a different style, but man, and so the kids would be goofing off sometime and not really putting in the work. And I told you, JoJo, he'll get frustrated because like, man, they're not trying hard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Which is why we're going to put him up into the academy level next season. But, so there was this one kid that came, a little bit late. I don't care if a kid comes late. They don't drive.
Yeah,
you know
they're not in control of that.
These are 12, 13-year-olds. And so he's walking. I peeped his game so by the time he's walking on the field, walking super slow. Like when I played football, we weren't allowed to walk anywhere on the grass. Like if you're moving, you have to run. You know what I'm saying? That's where I came from. Like Pee-wee, this is for like 9, 10, 11-year-old like Pee-wee football. And so this kid comes, not even walking fast.
Yeah, hustle up.
Bruh. And this ain't my kid, I'm not the coach.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of, I'm there.
Yeah.
Me and my other parent, we're there all the time. So we're kind of like assistant to the assistant almost in some type of way. And so he's just like moseying onto the field, not even like a fast walk. And the kids, all the other kids are like lining up to like run laps, just like a jog. And like I'm looking at him, he's like going extra slow. Because like he's done this before, like where he'll come late to our practice, like the kids will be running, he's just like taking his stuff off and
he's trying to miss that part of the practice.
Bro, and this is one of the, chubbier kids that don't really run, is not in shape.
Oh yeah, I think I already know who you're talking about.
Okay. So, we'll have a couple of those, but at least the other ones will. He be slick with it. And I don't like it, bro. Like so.
Is it that dude that had a little attitude problem sometime? But got a real powerful leg?
No.
Okay.
No. So this is new team.
Okay. I don't know that.
Yeah, new team. So, you haven't seen this team yet.
Okay.
And so he's moseying onto the field. I'm like, hey, man. He's getting his bag. His ball's like stuck in his bag. He's doing this right here. So they're like over there about to start running. They start. I'm like, hey, bro, fall in. Usually I don't say nothing because, again, I'm not the coach. But I'm just like, I'm just looking like I can't hold my tongue, bro. I'm like, I'm being nice. Like, hey, man, go ahead and fall in. He's like, oh, get my ball out. I'm like, y'all just running. You don't need your ball.
Right.
He just ignores me and just starts getting his ball out. Takes him like 30 seconds to get a ball out of the bag. I was looking at him, and the coach, man, he's just so, hey. I don't want to say his name, but I probably need to say his name. But coach don't.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro,
doesn't put any fire underneath him
and
at all.
so when he does start, all the kids already took off. When he does actually start running, he gets like from the middle of the field, rounds the corner to the middle of the short side of the field, and he just starts walking. I'm about to lose I'm like, bro, hustle up, man. Like you've been running for all of 5 seconds. You already walking? This dude, they had to do like 2 laps. He literally walked the whole 2 laps. So I'm steaming right now, bro. Like I'm like, this is like borderline disrespectful.
Yeah, but see, man, this is the problem with like today's everything. You know what I mean? Because you're right, you're not the coach, but the coach isn't the coach either. You know what I'm saying? It's like why is this acceptable? And so it's really in situations like that, and it's not doing Joe it's doing a disservice to Joe because you're not holding everybody to a reasonable standard. You know what I'm saying? And it's a reasonable expectation to hustle up when you're inside. You're playing soccer.
It's not fair to the other kids.
It's not.
They're running, they're breathing hard, they get to the end, and this dude's just literally just like don't care. He's just walking the whole time. I told my other parent who we just talk a lot, I'm like, bro, if this is my team, he would run the whole there's nothing. Mm-hmm. You're not practicing today. You're only running or you can go leave. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, help your team out, bro. We trying to win. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, for sure. Because that's exactly what it leads to, right? Like when it gets down to it, when it becomes game time, you know what I'm saying? Then you're either not going to be able to play because you don't have any lunch. You're going to have to sit on the sidelines. You know what I'm saying? The whole time.
Yeah.
So but either at an age where they probably have to throw everybody in for at least a little bit of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they got to throw everybody in. But like, I just want to tell his dad, like, hey man, your son is lazy. You need to be here at practice with him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so who's there with him? His mom or something?
No, usually I've only seen his dad. I think his dad has 2 kids, so he might be with the younger one.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? But like, it's bad, bro. I was hot, and then like so later on in practice, it's dark and they got like the little lights over there, so they put the lights on the field. It's not like a whole lot of lights, so it's hard to see because really, when the lights are on that side and the kids are playing, all we can see is like mostly shadows, right? Mm-hmm. And then like, so they were playing like a scrimmage or whatever. It's toward the end of practice. And I think Joel, he had collided with somebody. He was on the ground, and he was kind of getting up slow. I'm like, yo, you all right? And Joel was like, kind of giving me the thumbs up. And the kid, the lazy kid, he looks at me like, I'm fine. He thought I was talking to him. I immediately thought it was funny. Because like, I was so mad, like, my anger went all the way to the other side of like, that's hilarious. Like, you're not doing anything to put yourself in danger anyway, bro. You're not running anywhere. Like a couple little short little bursts here and there.
But you see, the thing about that is like, even in that like frustration, it's not the kid's fault, man. This is a soft society that we in, right? So like, but the kids are going to do whatever kids are going to do, but they got to get corrected from somewhere. So if the parent's not there telling them to do the right thing, right? If the coach is not emphasizing to do the right thing, you know what I mean? Then like, where do you get it from? And so, you would hope that the kid would, listen to somebody, but why would he? You know what I mean? At the end of the day,
I guess so. There's no consequences.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like the coach isn't, you said that, when you were playing football, the coaches were like, yo, this is what you're going to do. Right. Bro. Well, that's not what's happening. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can't blame the kid for real.
I'm going to blame him a little bit. I'm going to put 10% on him because I told him, hey, bro, you don't need the ball. And you can be like, nah, I'm going to take my ball out real nice and slowly. Sir.
Yeah, I mean, that's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? I mean, bro, it is.
I wanted to drop kick him in his nose so bad.
Anyway. But yeah, that's his parents though, man. That's the problem, man. It's like this society is so soft on these kids, man. It's like
it's us.
It is, bro.
Yeah.
It really is, man. It's like, just like you said, his dad should probably be there, like, to say something. The coach should be there. Like, why is this even a thing?
Yeah. And Dad, I see him at the games. He seems like an involved parent. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know like what people got going on. Like I said, he got another kid that plays, so you might have a younger kid.
But hey,
but if you're the coach, bro, you're kind of the parent for that hour.
You are, but not only that, because it does start at home, right? Like if there's another adult that's speaking to you, giving you some level of instruction in this team type of setting, then respect your elders. You know what I'm saying? So that goes to parenting as well. You know what I mean? That starts kind of at the home. I'm
really proud of. So we had, today's early release.
Yeah.
And tomorrow,
correct. Yeah.
got the conferences with the teachers, whatever. Yeah. So I had a conference with Genesis and Chrisette's teacher today.
Okay.
And so they both said the same thing. They were like, I wish I could have more of Genesis or more. I wish I had like 50 Chrisettes. Like my classroom, everything would be so much easier. You know what I'm saying? I was like, it makes me feel good.
Yeah,
you know
man,
what I'm saying?
but you know you're doing the right things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It makes a huge difference, bro.
Yeah,
It really
that's always
does.
a great feeling.
So so that's huge. It's a same thing, same school district. So Isaiah and Miles got the conferences going on. Both of them are doing it tomorrow.
Okay.
Nadia's gonna double up. She's gonna hit Isaiah's first and then go to Miles's.
Okay.
So from middle school to elementary school.
Oh,
And,
they still doing it in person.
Yeah.
Okay. My school, they strictly like, you know what, after COVID, we're just doing all this online.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I'm cool with. That's way easier for me, for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah. I mean, being in person is always good to have like face to face, I think. But I mean, it works. So,
Hey.
So yeah, man. How's your week been going?
Man, it's cool. I'm really focused on keeping a present mindset, man, at the workplace and like not despising small beginnings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I started to use some very strong verbiage about my job, and I'm very blessed at the job that I have. You know what I mean?
Don't use strong verbiage. That's more editing I gotta do.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to. I mean, but no, and when I mean strong, I don't mean even like curse words or something like that. But I mean, like I had this feeling. So Monday, Miles is in the Cub Scouts, and my job is a situation where like, at the last minute they can say, hey, we got a couple extra, welds, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We need you guys to stay. And it's a situation where it's just, you got to stay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can't really 100% bank on whatever your schedule is. You can hope for the best.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if something pops up, then you're stuck. And that's just the nature of the job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, meanwhile, I've been to one of Miles's Cub Scout meetings, and I was so glad to be there. And when I was there, it's just a bunch of moms, you know what I'm saying? The dads are nowhere around, you know what I mean? So the scout leader, he's looking at me like a breath of fresh air, you know what I'm saying, when I was there.
Yeah.
And so Miles had a hike, you know what I'm saying? And I was looking forward to being there Monday, like, all right, cool. And normally, recently, we've been getting off at 4:00. Okay, I can make it home by 5:30. I can be there by 6:30, no problem. Mm-hmm. 3:54 comes around. We're finishing up with the last shot, and it's like, hey, we got a triple joint over there. We got welded up. We need you guys to knock that out beforehand. It's like, yo, let's just do that tomorrow morning. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not going in the ground tonight. You're not doing anything with it. Like, let's just do it tomorrow morning. Oh man, we want to get it coated tonight. Blah 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 blah. Okay, and so the difference is from where I'm at. I live up 50 miles away from my job site, and that 50 miles in the morning is 1 hour. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But in the evening, that's if I get off at 4, I can make it home by 5:30. But if I get off at 4:30, I'm not getting home until 6:30 or 7 o'clock. Period. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so now it's 4:40 when I'm leaving. And I'm furious. You know what I'm saying? Because like, for me, there's nothing more important than being there for the kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not fair. I don't feel like it's fair for the boys because we just got full custody 1 year, 1 month, and 5 days ago. You know what I'm saying? 6 days ago today. Mm-hmm. And Anaya, I was there for everything that she ever did. Naomi, I'm there for everything that she ever did. And now that the boys are starting to have their own things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now it's, daddy's at work. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
That's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? And so like, I know we got a plan that's in place, for financial growth and goals, but man, I'm not willing to sacrifice like that time. And I'm trying to keep the right mindset because we do, and thinking to myself, hey, this is short term.
Yeah.
It's not going to be forever. We got a plan in place to get, to A, B, and C. Mm-hmm. Just trying to keep that focus, you know what I mean? Because in those moments where something pops up, it's like, yeah, okay, granted, this is the first, because I ended up making it on time. We got out of there like 4:27 or something like that, you know what I'm saying? And, to God be the glory, I was able to get there, pulling in right on time. It was like 6:37. when I got there, Nadia met me there and we were able to make it work, you know?
Yeah.
But,
so for the people that don't know, you're working this job with these not solid hours. They can go on long, but like so for somebody who is like in that same situation where, you know, cause you're working this job cause it pays very well.
Yeah.
And so when you say you have a plan in place, like what is your plan and why did you make that plan?
So we're looking to purchase a house and we're trying to get to a place of financial freedom. And we also have a business that we're running, you know what I'm saying? And so there are a couple of goals that we have. One is to really establish our nest egg for our business for payroll purposes, because we get paid 30 days after we bill. But
you're saying the business, talking about the collections?
For the collections, yeah. You know, we've got a drug testing and collections business. And so as we're growing, we need to be able to pay people, you know, in a more timely manner. And so we're trying to get money for that. And also,
okay, let me pause right there. I'm gonna pick back up because I don't think we talked about this yet. Because one of those people you got to pay. It's your boy, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Izzy's my new boss.
Nah, man, we're partners. So
we're partners. But he's my boss, and so what happened was I lost my other job. So I was doing maintenance work. I got laid off. The company wasn't doing well. There's three of us doing the maintenance. Me, the homie Juan, the homie Jesus. Shout out to Juan and Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Out of the three of us, I think what I told you was if I was the boss and I had to fire one of the three or I had to let go one of the three, it would have been me also. Not because like work performance,
right,
but like just on a business standpoint, like one dude knew a little bit more than I knew, and he got paid a little bit more. The other dude didn't know as much as me, but he was getting paid less.
Right.
And then I was the only one that had like real, like I wasn't working on weekends. And I wasn't working on Wednesday just because of my schedule and stuff like that. So they could work whatever days.
You had requirements and stuff.
I had requirements. And so if I had to pick somebody, I would have picked me too. And so that whole process, it was, it was strange, but like we were on the tablet. So we're doing like the Zoom call, and then they had the meeting with me after, and they let me know, man. And so I was like, I get it, man. I was so happy about it though, because I didn't want to be there more. So I'm trying to keep a straight face and keep it professional, but like everything in me wanted to like crack a smile because I was like, oh my God, it's funny. You know what I'm saying? Because just that day, I came here for lunch because, the house we were working on was down the street. And I was telling Xantha after lunch, like, I was kind of joking, but I was like, well, going back to the salt mines, you know what I'm saying? And it's not a bad job. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just something I was doing for that time. But I was just really ready to like do something else. And God was like, all right. And so, so I got laid off, but they were like, it's not your performance because we know since you've come back, things have gotten a lot better, and we really appreciate you. In fact, they said if things pick up, because they were just circumstances of the business, they were losing money, a lot of properties, and they're like, once we get everything back up, hey, can we call you back? I'm like, yeah, man, give me a call back, because you never know, never want to burn a bridge. But your boy swooped in. It's like, hey, they needed some help with the collections business.
Look, it wasn't I swooped in. It was like you swooped in. It was like God, the Lord was kind of presented it the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
it's just kind of perfect timing, man. So I was really grateful for that because it was a situation where I was getting burnt out going to work. 4:30, 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Getting off, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, and then being out till 9, 10, 11 o'clock.
Yeah. Sometimes after these podcasts, you got to go out and do collections.
Yeah.
Man, So I'm glad I could take some of that off your plate, and you putting some money in my pocket, man. So and it's been straight. So I've been doing it for like 2 weeks now.
Something like that. Yep.
Yeah. So it's been good. Did all the training. The background check came back clean. You know what I'm saying? They don't know about the other stuff I was into. So that's always good. But it felt good for one to be able to help your business, but also to be able to have something to fall back on. Because I was in the middle of trying to figure it out, and so yeah, man, it's been a blessing, and I've been enjoying it so far. So
Okay, that's
it's been cool, man. Really laid back, met some unique people.
Definitely that.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely that.
So yeah, but it's been good. So, but go ahead. So back to your
So just the plan, man, is to help push that along. Also, we're looking to purchase a house. And we need finances for that. So I'm trying to work to, and the biggest part of the equation is I'm trying to leave this job.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to leave it comfortably so that I can jump back into our business full force. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's where the growth is going to really explode. And we saw that happening when I was working strictly with that beforehand. But it
strictly with the collections.
When I was doing strictly the collections, right?
Business,
it was like it went from nothing to like something and then more something. But it wasn't enough of something to not jump back into work right away. You know?
Sure.
So now we're just trying to get back to that place, And so
you were doing sales,
pretty much,
like expanding the clientele,
door to door, and chamber of commerce meetings, and just shaking hands and making connections and networking, man, really.
Okay.
And that's kind of what my passion is just dealing with people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so now I'm in a job where I'm primarily isolated. I'm radiology tech. I'm at a weld that somebody got finished welding, and then I'm back in a truck. You know what I mean? So it's like, it pays well, man, but it's very long hours, and it's not suited for my God-given gifts. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so it's, there are times where we're not really doing a lot of work, and somebody would be like, man, you're just sitting there for hours at a time. That's gravy. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it's misery, because it's like,
yeah.
all I have is time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only thing that you can't buy any more of. You can't have any more of. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so to be sitting here, I'm not going to say wasting it, but not utilizing it, with my family or doing the things that I feel like God is calling me to do, is really difficult sometimes.
Yeah.
And so, especially when it's very specifically keeping me away. I already work Monday through Saturday, you know what I mean? So I only get, those 4 days a month off, Sundays, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then there's times when they say, hey, we're doing 7 days a week, for the next 12 days, 12 hours a day for 7 days a week. And you have no control over that, We just got finished doing that in September.
Yeah.
So long story short, man, that's what the purpose is. And I'm trying to, make sure I keep that in mind. But when he told me the other day, like, hey, we got to knock this out Monday, I almost quit. I was like, man, and that's where the expletives come in. Like, man, I didn't say it, but in my mind, I was like, I really had to check myself, man. Like, all right, Lord, what are you trying to show me? What are you trying to, teach me right now? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Should I just, are you telling me just to go ahead and go back to it? Or,
yeah,
but I think some of that was just selfishness. I still made it to the walk. You know what I mean? So Milas didn't experience me not being there, and they know that I've been there because I've started bringing them to some of the things with Anaya's, music stuff and plays and stuff like that. So I don't want them to, hey, well, Dad's, we do everybody else's stuff, but now that it's time for my stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know, I should be patient and, just explain. And I've been communicating with them throughout the process, letting them know why I'm not there on the weekends and stuff like that.
For sure.
But there's a very fine line in the sand. And if it gets to that point where, I'm missing, I'm out, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to compromise on that. I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah. So one of the conversations that me and you had a while back, because, just from different work experiences you've had, and one of the things that you pointed out that was kind of a regret was you were making decisions without consulting God or consulting God after the fact, after you already made the decision.
Yep.
And so I think this time around, when we were talking about it, coming up with a plan, an exit strategy, you're looking to get to a certain place financially first for your family before, and once that's good, then you're able to make that the transition you need to make. And you've been praying on it and consulting God about it. So I think for other people, that's in situations similar where either you had a job that you hate, but you kind of have to work it right now. You got, especially if you're married, you got kids or, whatever type of responsibilities.
Got responsibilities, man.
Yeah.
And that's the part. So even, in me saying, hey, I'm out, if it's not where we're supposed to be, then I'm not going to be out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the reality, and that's kind of the difficult part. It's like, because you have these deep-seated, wants and desires sometimes, but to your point, that is something that we prayed about, and it is something that, we established a plan for and have been, working diligently towards it. And it's happening, you know what I'm saying? So it is happening.
Yeah.
It can, but that doesn't mean that it can't be difficult, on the way there,
For sure.
But it's not always going to be the most comfortable thing, you know what I'm saying? And then this is where the other part of the equation is like, we were talking about it in my church thing today. It was lean not in your own understanding, but in everything, give thanks and glory to God, basically, you know what I'm saying? And he'll direct your paths, right? And so like my understanding is, man, my kids don't need to feel, what it is that I felt growing up when my dad wasn't there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what my understanding is. But more than that is, or perhaps, you know what I'm saying, like, if I choose that because I'm taking myself and making myself the authority instead of continuing to do what God told me to do, right? Then that could lead to bigger financial burdens, you know what I'm saying? More arguments and disputes in the house because things are more strained, you know what I'm saying? And that's even bigger portion of what they don't need to see, as opposed to, me just not being there for a month or for 6 months, you know what I'm saying? Where we could really be set up for the next level, you know what I mean? So just gotta really remind myself that I am not in the driver's seat. So many times, we say, Jesus, take the wheel, guide my ship, order my steps, but we want to hold on to the steering wheel, and make all of the decisions. And so, when God tells you to do something and that that's the case, you know what I mean? Doesn't mean that, hey, Lord, that looks like it's a tree in front of us, you know what I'm saying? But when Jesus is driving, he got like the go gadget car. It doesn't matter if it's a tree right there, it might go gadget into something else. But if I'm driving it, I'm just driving it. You know
Shout
what I'm
out to
saying?
Inspector Gadget, bro. That's a good illustration.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's it. That was kind of long winded, but that's what's going on, though, man.
No, but I think so. That reminds me of a verse, how Jesus endured the cross. On Hebrews 12:2, it said he endured the cross, ignoring the shame, for the sake of the joy that was laid out in front of him, and sat down at the right hand, or the right side of God's throne. And so, so according to the scripture, like a way that you can endure like hardship is looking ahead to the joy that's ahead of that. You know what I'm saying? So for anybody that's going through, especially like work stuff, like you had a job you hate, like for one, come up with a plan. You came up with a plan that was like, okay, once we hit this dollar amount, then that'll put us in a better position where I can leave instead of just, and that plan includes like, budgeting and make sure 100%. You're not spending that extra money on other stuff that's going to delay your plan. You know what I'm saying? So like you need discipline, you need a plan, you need to execute on it. And then like the verse said, like how Jesus was able to endure the torture of the cross. He was looking forward to sitting at the right hand.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Being with us in heaven, being next to God. You know what I'm saying? And so like, think about like what this grind is going to do and what that goal is. Like once you reach it, like how you're going to feel when you reach it. All that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So I think that's a good strategy.
No, that's very real. That's very real.
Yeah.
And, that's why it's so important to keep the word, on your lips, you know what I'm saying? And like in your heart, because it'll allow you when the situations that the world presents, allow you to push through and go forward, you know what I'm saying? Without slipping up in certain situations.
Absolutely, man. And so like, right now me and Xanta, man, we're in a season of like a lot of transition. We're in a season of a lot of financial hits these past couple months. Very unexpected. Like in the five figure hits, like total, you know what I'm saying? And so, we've been in a place where we've been really good, in a really good place financially. And right now we're really having to depend on God for like provision and just like knowing that he's going to take care of us and actually walking out our faith. So not panicking or, falling into like an argument or whatever, like when these things come up, you know what I'm saying? The car, man, we just got through putting like $7,000 into the car and like it might need some more, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just, stuff like that. And like other things have come up. The tax bill was way higher than we thought it was going to be. There's a lot of different things, man. And so, God is taking us through this season and it feels like a season, you know what I'm saying? It feels like this is like a testing ground because he needs us to get to a higher level in our faith.
Yes.
In our spiritual maturity. And so a lot of times when we're going through what feels like a wilderness, that's training ground. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And so like when you're going through a wilderness, for one, you need to be talking to God. And two, you need to go through the wilderness like the correct way. And what I mean is when God is testing you, it's just like, the scriptures uses the illustration of purifying gold. And so when a goldsmith takes a raw piece of gold, they heat it up. And so when you heat it, it's uncomfortable. So when you're going through something, that's like you're going through the fire.
100%.
When you heat that gold up, the impurities that are inside the gold that you can't see, it rises up to the surface and they take a ladle and they scoop that out. And so once they scoop that out, then it becomes pure. And it becomes usable and you can make it into something valuable. And so that's what God does with us. Like he has to like put us through stuff to get those weaknesses out, to get the immaturity out, to get the sin out. And so he can use us later. So like, if you don't go through those wilderness periods like the right way, then God will extend it.
Man, look at Moses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That it wasn't supposed to be 40 years.
It wasn't supposed to be 40 years.
You know what I mean? Like it was a 1 year trip or something like that.
Yeah, not even.
Not even that, right? So, yeah. So we can, the way we go through these trials in our life, for one, like you said, your attitude, having a grateful attitude, despite what's going on around you, you know what I'm saying? And so, when Adam and Eve were in the garden, the serpent had them focus on the one tree that they couldn't eat from.
They didn't have, right.
And then they didn't even focus in on the 300 other trees that they could eat.
The entirety of everything else.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so we do that. We, read these Bible stories. We're like, man, they were dumb, bro. Like, but it's like, if you apply it to yourself, like we kind of do the same thing, right? How many blessings we got, you know what I'm saying, right now? You got one of your cars broke down, but you got a spare car. Or you got a friend that'll loan you, or you got money for transportation, Uber or public transit, whatever it is. We have so many blessings and so many provisions in our life that sometimes we don't really acknowledge because we take it for granted.
That's 100% it.
You know what I mean? We're sitting in the house, I got electricity and heat and air and running water. There's a lot of places they ain't got that, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, yeah, man, we definitely want to keep a grateful and thankful heart. And, like I said, I think, God provided you this job and I was able to, try to be a blessing to y'all because I don't want to be a burden, messing up no collections, you know what I'm saying?
No.
But yeah, man, so it's been a good experience, like going through this, because I know on the other side we're gonna be even better. You know what I'm saying? Like our marriage is gonna be stronger. We'll be able to pass that faith on to our kids.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Have a testimony, like, you know what I mean? So I'm really excited about like where God is taking us right now.
That's
even
good.
Though it doesn't feel great.
No, man, but it's really fantastic to even be, because so many times when like life comes at you very hard, it's so easy to like crumble and fold. You know what I'm saying? So to even have the perspective of, like you said, the the what's to come. You know what I'm saying? To be able to see that that's what's happening, to be able to understand that it's a season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As opposed to just, Lord, why me? You know?
Yeah.
That's a great place to be. You know what I'm saying? And that comes with spiritual maturity. It comes with growth, and it comes with, you know, actually knowing God. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's ultimately what's necessary to get through this life. I was talking about it earlier about, bro, I don't know how people get along without knowing who God is. Like, it seems like the most hopeless, like, reality to experience. And I have no real understanding. And I feel sorry for people, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, if it's just left up to me, you know what I mean? Like, where does the hope come from?
Yeah.
When stuff starts to storm, you know what I'm saying?
You got to manufacture that hope.
Man,
I don't want to do that.
nah, bro.
I want the real thing. But, you know, faith, it builds when you get through one valley or one trial, like, you take something with you to the next one.
Correct.
The next one comes. So, like, when we were kind of going through it, like finding, you know, our new, you know, dream home, God took us through it for like 3 years. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? There was like a lot of ups and downs. We finally got to the maturity part where we were like, all right, Lord, what is it that you want for us? Like, we have like a desire, but we ultimately like want what you want for us, because we know that's what's going to be best for us. When we finally got to that place is when the doors started opening. He basically, this house landed in our lap, you know what I'm saying? And so, and we knew it was him. And so that, from when that happened, now that the current trials that we're going through, like these current trials that we're going through, like financially, like it would have crushed us years ago. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would have been miserable for both of us. You know what I mean? But like, especially, you know, with Xanta, she's like, well, man, all right, Lord, just going to trust God, because we saw him work, like giving us his place. And like, you know what I'm saying? And so now we're able to take that faith and take it with us to this current trial. And honestly, man, it's so much, bro, we don't, you know, the Bible says be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and petition.
Yep.
And so like, that tells us like, we don't have to live with anxiety and worry. Like, that is an actual option for believers. I don't know anybody that doesn't do that, you know what I'm saying? Like 100%, but like, we have the ability to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's my goal, man. Like, to get to a place where I'm not worried about anything, good or bad. Like, good and bad is going to happen. Like, it's going to come. Like, it rains on the just and the wicked. You know what I'm saying? Like, storms are going to come. But if you have faith in God, then why are you worrying about anything? So,
yeah, man, that's about as real as it gets.
Yes, sir.
That's about as real as it gets.
Well, I hope y'all got something from that, man. And, you know, let us know what your stories are. If y'all going through any storms, any jobs, any career changes that you wish for yourself, man, you know, come up with a plan and make some moves. Yeah,
comment on some ideas, and also, you know, give us some of your ideas for what we were talking about. You know, if you have any feedback or advice, you know, drop it in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and do all of those things. And until next time,
get busy. Peace.